Alright, y'all, it's your boy the Fastest Saint, and the time has come. Alright, tomorrow we will be going to Superbike School. So California Superbike School, to be more specific. It's going to be at New Jersey Motorsport Park, out in New Jersey, of course. But super excited. As you guys remember in a video I posted not too long ago, part of what I wanted to accomplish this year in 2025 was getting more training and being more competent on the track, which then in turn makes me more competent on the road. So this is the first of many training sessions for this year. I signed up for the 2-day program, so we're going tomorrow and the following day, and I will be doing levels 2 and 3 because I did level 1 last year at the 1-day program. As you can see, I got everything packed up. So right here we just have my luggage and everything like that, but we got the suit, helmet, gloves, boots, all that packed into my Alpine Stars bag. Check that out. I'll put some links down in the description of all the gear that I'm running for this trip. But I have my race suit. I cannot remember the name offhand, but I have my Supertech Alpine Star boots along with my SP2s. I want to say SP2 gloves. Don't quote me on that. My Scorpion helmet that I use for track days. I didn't want to break out the Arise for this one, but as I get more comfortable on the track, I'll probably use the better helmets. But the Scorpion helmet is freaking phenomenal, fits my head well. So I'll be using that one. That is the R1 Air helmet. And that's about it. But once I get all this out of the bag, once we're at the Superbike School, I'll go into more detail on exactly what I'm using. But super excited. So we're all packed up. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and then we're gonna hit the road. It's gonna be about a 2.5-hour drive. So we got that to look forward to, but it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna talk to you guys while we're doing it, and then once we get there, we're on problem, baby. Let's go. All right, y'all, it's your boy the Fastest Saint. We overslept. So we're gonna try and make it there on time. We have to be there by 7. It says right now that we're gonna get there at like 7:05. And I still have to stop for gas and some snacks. So this should be fun. I hate panicking, but actually not panicking. I hate rushing. But that's on me, man. Your boy was tired. I had every alarm set in the world and still woke up late. So stay tuned. We're gonna try and make this happen. So we're about halfway in to our drive. We are approaching, I think, the end of the I think we're approaching the start of the New Jersey-Delaware line. Figured I'd crack some caffeine now. Shout out to Celsius. It's my go-to. But yeah, we're chipping right away. We've actually made up a couple of minutes spring break. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully we get there within the hour. Cheers. All right, y'all, so we are already out here. We did our classroom session already, and we just went on the lean bike. Lean bike is pretty freaking cool. So working on body positioning, so it's a little bit more forgiving, keeps you more upright. You don't have to worry about the bike tipping over to the point where, you know, you're hitting the ground. So you can focus on your body positioning and not worry about falling. Now, today we're gonna be doing 7 sessions. That's what was briefed to us in the classroom session. So we'll have 7 sessions today, 7 sessions tomorrow. First session is going to be about the like your focus point, your turning point, things like that, and working on finding your reference points throughout turns and everything like that. So we'll be doing that shortly. First group's out. I'm part of the second group, and yeah, I'll come back to y'all a little later. All right, we're getting ready to go back out there, but session 1 is done. Second classroom session is done. We worked on reference points for the first time on the track. Now we're gonna do what they call the 3-step. So kind of finding your points, looking through the turns, things like that. Let's go. All right, friends. So session 3 is done, and we just ate lunch. So we should be going out for session 4 soon. But session 3 was all about wide view. So opening up your aperture, you know, looking through your turns, helps you to stay smooth on the controls, things like that. But yeah, we out here moving, fam. We out here moving. I will say this, like, if you are afraid to get on the track, if you're afraid of being slow, like, don't be. I mean, there's all levels out here on this track, and I'm freaking slow, but I'm way faster than I was last year, so improvement. And I'm actually keeping up with a lot of like the really good guys this year, so you know, progress. All right, so start off with the classes, you know, get your first class done. I'm in level 2 right now. There's 4 total levels. I plan on doing level 3 tomorrow, and then I'm going to come back with Bob's BMW and do it in August for the last level, which is level 4. But yeah, well, I'll keep you guys updated. I don't know what's coming next. We should have classroom and then some more track time. All right, y'all. So we're back in the car. We have completed day 1, level 2 at the California Superbike School. Biggest takeaways for today. Again, we did 7 sessions and we worked on something different every session. My biggest things that I need to work on, that I want to work on, are line selection. So finding the most efficient route through the track, so this way I don't have to sacrifice so much speed for cornering. Body positioning, you know, so I can be more efficient in my turns and everything like that. And then the last thing would be my eye movement. So making sure I'm looking, you know, 3 steps ahead, just like the drill we did. It was called 3-step. You know, making sure I can see through those turns, and in turn it'll make me smoother on the throttle, smoother in my cornering, and I won't be sacrificing as much speed. But other than that, super comfortable on the bike. The bike is a S1000RR. It is the 2025, which is pretty cool. So you can feel the quick turn throttle. But also, I don't know what it is. The bike feels lighter. Maybe that's just me, but it also has race fairings on it, so it could be that too. But I don't know. I gotta ask that question. But yeah, you could definitely feel the difference with that throttle. And we were getting up there in speeds. I love the New Jersey Motorsport Park track. The straightaway is amazing. There's 2 decent straightaways where you can pick up a lot of speed. But yeah, overall fun track. I'm super excited to go to day 2 tomorrow, where we will officially be in level 3. So they already warned us. They said get some sleep tonight, because apparently level 3 focuses a lot on, you know, body positioning and, you know, no excess movements on the bike. So really showing you what, you know, every input you make does to that motorcycle. So yeah, we can look forward to that. Tonight I'm going to hydrate. Right now I am at Red Robin, and I'm going to get some food, maybe watch the game, and then tomorrow we're going to be up bright and early and getting after it. But yeah, excited, y'all. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. I'm really excited. You know, I started to put my money where my mouth is, man, you know, and not just talking about doing the training, but actually getting out there and doing the training. You know, putting myself, you know, on the line, man. Like, not being afraid to be embarrassed, not being afraid to, you know, be slow compared to other people. But the truth is, today your boy was cooking. I don't know what got into me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, your boy's got to figure out these lines though. So that's on the list. So I'm gonna spend some time tonight looking over the track on the document they gave me, just to see if I can get a leg up for tomorrow. But let's get some food. See y'all in a bit. All right, everybody, the Fastest Saint here, and we are here at New Jersey Motorsport Park for day number 2 of California Superbike School. So as you can see in the back, we got the motorcycle trailer. Freaking awesome, man. Today I woke up in a really good mood. Body's a little stiff. It was a lot of muscle used yesterday to stay on that bike at those speeds. But today, I'm just gonna build upon what we learned yesterday and you know, hope for the best. So today we are at level 3, just like I mentioned yesterday. We all graduated, so that's good news. But we are going to be working on body positioning first, working on getting into that position early, and we have our first ride probably in the next 30 minutes. So stay tuned for the rest of the day. I don't know what's coming for the rest of the day, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. All right, see you. All right, first session is done. It was body positioning early, as I mentioned before. Really good, actually. It shows you, you know, how little you have to do once you've entered the turn. Once you've entered the turn, like literally you just get the bike over and hold your line, versus changing your positioning like right before the turn. It just makes it so awkward and unstable. So very helpful tip. Worked out really well. And next we're going into session 2, where it's going to be knee to knee, and we are transitioning, making those transitions really smooth. This way we're not putting too much input in the bike and in the handlebars. But yeah, we should be going on in about 5 minutes. So let's get to it. All right, so we are just wrapping up lunch, and we finished the first 3 sessions, so we have 4 more to go. Last session was about hook turns. I believe that's what they call it. So pretty much getting your center of gravity lower on the bike, so that way you can tighten up your turn on the bike. So say you're running glide, this helps you get tighter to that apex. It's kind of like a correction tool. But yeah, it was good. I feel like it went pretty well, and we'll see what's next. All right, y'all, I'm pretty whooped. But we just finished session 6. We have 1 more to go, so now they're just letting us kind of have fun and put it all together, work on, you know, individual things that we need to work on. For me, it's still, you know, getting speed now. Now they want me to get more speed, so that's always fun. Going fast is always fun. So we'll see how this next one goes, and you know, let's get up on out of here, man. Your boy's tired, hungry, beat up. If you plan on doing this, make sure you drink a ton of water. I don't know if you guys can see, my eyes are pretty red. I've been drinking water all day. It's just being in this leather suit, you know, it's kind of stuffy. But yeah, let's do it. All right, y'all, so Superbike School is done. I am back in the truck, and we are heading back home. I don't know what that was, but yeah, I'm a little sad that it's over, man. That was a lot of fun. That was a great time. It was a workout. I didn't even bother working out the last 2 days because, you know, it was just that physical. Like, riding motorcycles is super physical. But, you know, we got it done. And I think because I work out so much, it made it a lot more bearable. You know, we had people tapping out of the last session that they had. But you know your boy wasn't going to do that. Paying all this money to come out here and, you know, get after it on the track. You gotta get after it on the track. So, yeah, had a blast. It's a great time. I recommend this not just to people, you know, who want to race. I recommend this to people that, you know, want to ride motorcycles and want to become more competent riding motorcycles. That's how it started off for me. And then I just got the bug and kept going, you know. So now I definitely want to race, and, you know, I want to get really good at racing. It's one thing to just come out here and mosey around and, you know, not take it seriously, but I believe in having, you know, skills. And this is a great skill to have, in my opinion. But yeah, so the last couple of sessions, you know, wasn't for anything really specific. It was more so tailored to what I need to work on, and big things for me are the line selection, keeping my eyes up. So since I've been riding in the street most of my life, you have a tendency to, you know, latch onto a target. You know, you have a tendency to, they call it target fixation. You know, you have a tendency to do that and stare at the thing in front of you instead of where you want to go. So I was trying to break that the whole weekend, and we started getting after it towards the end. And as you can see, based on my lap timer times, my time started getting quicker and quicker and quicker, and I actually felt like I was using less energy, and, you know, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, to say the least. So I want to, a personal goal of mine is to get around that track in under 2 minutes. Right now I've been doing 2 minutes, which is not fast at all. It's actually kind of slow. But hey, we're here and we're learning. So it won't be the last track day that I do. I actually think I'm going to sign up for the one in August 11th here at Jersey Motorsport Park. And it's It's being hosted by the same people, so the Superbike School. But not only that, my local dealership in Maryland is bringing a group of us out there. So I think I'm going to sign up for that. And it should be a good time. But yeah, on our way home, I need to get some food. Got some caffeine, boy. What flavor do we have? Retro Vibe. Never heard of it. Should be good though. So shout out to Substance. And then got some road food. I'll go to. And saying we're going to be about 2 hours. About 2 hours before we get there. So, yeah, y'all. That's all I got for you. But yeah, I recommend signing up for California Superbike School. If you are interested in doing the one in New Jersey, it's going to be August 11th. And go to their website for pricing information and everything like that. It's a single day, so it's going to be one of the cheaper prices, but I think it's like an extra $200 to rent their bike. I definitely recommend renting their bike. There were like probably 3 or 4 people that went down this weekend, and some of them had their own bike and they went down, which is a bad day, and then some of them used their bike, and the people that used their bike and went down, they had it fixed, by the next session, so that was good. But yeah, go check them out. Fast and safe, and I'll catch y'all later. Wish me luck on this drive.